There's been strong criticism in Parliament of the overspend and the delays in electrifying the Great Western Railway. Earlier this month, parts of the programme were put on hold as an official report revealed it was years behind schedule and more than £1 billion over budget.
In a moment, we can talk to Charlotte Leslie, the MP who brought the debate. But first, our political editor, Paul Baltrop, joins us live from Bristol Temple Meads. Paul, it's been a pretty miserable day on the trains. Any better news from Parliament?
Well, no joy if you're trying to get down to Devon and Cornwall today, and not a lot of joy for passengers who might have listened to that debate. An hour-long procession of MPs from the West Country expressing their frustration, their anger, even outrage at what's happened. That deferral of electrification in several places, most notably between Chippenham and Bristol Temple Meads, from Temple Meads up to Parkway, at the same time as finding out about the big overspend and the delays. And so, Charlotte Leslie, having brought the debate, there was a lot of focus on whether indeed we would get the electric cables coming here. A government minister said that it should happen, but he couldn't say when.
I too share those concerns. It clearly is not a project which has gone well. But it's worth stressing that we are having to defer 4 elements. I've heard many words pass around the chamber today: cancellations, pauses, all sorts of other words. Deferral has quite a precise terminology. No work is being paused. It is ongoing.
Now, the government lay a lot of the blame at the door of Network Rail, but bear in mind that Network Rail is wholly owned by the government and the deal was set up by the government. And Network Rail themselves have been saying a bit today about what's gone wrong.
Well, I think upgrading a Victorian infrastructure has proven to be an enormous challenge. We've seen records that actually don't record what's physically on the ground. We've had to conduct extra surveys. We've found additional work and things buried on the line side that we didn't expect to find, and that has put delay into the project. But what I'm focused on now with my team at Network Rail is delivering the passenger benefits that the people of Bath and Bristol will still see next year with the new trains arriving for intercity services to London.
So passengers here can look forward to getting some of those nice new trains from next year. But as to the extra services running up to the capital, well, that won't be until 2019. And when they leave here, they'll be running on diesel. As to whether they'll have electric cables installed to the heart of Bristol Temple Meads, we don't know when, if ever, that'll happen.
OK, Paul, thank you very much. That was Paul Baltrop at Temple Meads. And Charlotte Leslie joins us live from Westminster, fresh from that debate. Thanks for coming on the show this evening. Are you any the wiser after that?
We are a little bit the wiser. They've been given reassurances that infrastructure projects will go ahead, but as we heard, we just don't know when. And to be fair, I should acknowledge that there are going to be improvements, there are going to be extra seats on trains, there are going to be faster trains. But what was really tangible in the debate is that the South West is really sick of feeling the poor relation, and that the £5 billion, which sounds like a lot of money, project for electrification pales into insignificance compared to the £42 billion HS2 project that's still roaring ahead. So it was really great to have all 4 Bristol MPs and MPs from around the region expressing concern that the South West seems to get a really rough deal when it comes to focus on infrastructure.
The Minister seemed to be saying that it's not delayed, but it's ongoing, which sounds like the wrong leaves on the line sort of argument.
Well, you could say that the Minister's absolutely right to keep rail works going in preparation, because what we wouldn't want to do is get the green light for electrification and then say, oh, hang on, we've got a whole lot of works to do. But one of the questions I asked was, can we make sure that works that are ongoing are not going to be wasted because we're going to spend all the money doing the works and then say, oh, by the way, actually, we can't do that electrification after all. And I think what I want the department and the government and Network Rail to understand is that people's confidence has really been dented by this. So assurances of things that are going to happen really need to be bolstered up by facts on the ground. And that's something we haven't seen an awful lot of in the South West yet.
You told the Bristol Post, we cannot sit back and accept second best for our railways, but you haven't got much choice but to sit back, have you, if they're not going to pay for it?
I'm not known for sitting back, I'm afraid, and it's good to have a whole bunch of regional MPs making the case. I don't know what we can do to actually change the decision, but what I hope today's debate has been the start of is an indication that the South West can't be ignored, that there is a whole cadre of MPs here who are going to carry on making the case for their constituents. And the fact is, you know, other European countries managed to get rail infrastructure built. Ours is the most expensive to build. We absolutely have to up our game in being able to deliver what, to be fair, governments of all colours have wanted to deliver for the country.
OK, Charlotte Leslie, thanks for coming on the programme tonight. Thank you.